glass ocean.
The Cimmerians actually live here, in all this fog and mist?
Not even Helios can shine through here. Let's see. Isn't that land over there?
Easy.
Take the sheep. Eurimedes and Eurylochus hold them down while I dig a hole. There. Now, pour in the wine. The barley, the promise of coming to Ithaca, my God, bringing the best barren cow. And now, let the blood run into the hole.
What are they?
Hold them off! Hold them off! Don't let them drink! Elpenor, how did you get here faster than we did in the ship?
It was the wine, Odysseus. I went to sleep on the roof. I never thought, please burn me with my armor. Bury me properly when you return. I beg you, my lord. Please, my lord.
I will do everything you ask, Elpenor, my comrade. Hold them off the blood!
Let me have life, life. Let me have life.
Oh, God, my mother. Mother, I left you at home alive when... No! Don't come any nearer! Hold her off!
Descendant of Zeus, resourceful Odysseus.
Tiresias.
It's him, Tiresias, the Theban.
Why do you come here to watch dead men in this unhappy place? Leave the blood for me to drink, and I'll tell you the facts you should know. Sheathe your sword, Odysseus. You look for a pleasant reunion, Odysseus, but you've blinded the Earthshaker's son, and the god hates you for it. He'll make it extremely difficult for you.
Did you hear that? I said it would. Doesn't surprise me.
But nonetheless, you may still return, even after suffering so much, if only you control your will and that of your men when they come to Thrinicia.
Thrinicia?
It has herds of cattle and flocks of plump sheep which belong to Helios. If you concentrate on getting home and don't touch the cattle, you may reach Ithaca.
And if not?
Then your ship and your men will be destroyed. And even if you yourself are lucky enough to survive, you'll reach home in bad shape and in a borrowed ship and fine at home.
That's what the Cyclops said.
Yes? Yes!
Wife's insolent suitors consuming your belongings, and after you kill them, you will travel to men who are ignorant of purple-sided ships and who eat unsalted food. There'll be a sign you cannot mistake. As you go, you'll meet someone who sees your oar and thinks it a winnowing fan. Then you must plant an oar in the ground and sacrifice to Lord Poseidon and to the gods, all of them in order. Then death.
Yes.
A gentle death will come to you from the sea. And at the end of a comfortable old age, surrounded by a prosperous people, I speak the truth, Odysseus.
Tiresias, these are the things the gods have allotted to me.
Yes.
But my mother, I can see her spirit sitting beside the blood. She doesn't recognize her own son. How can she know me?
Any you permit to come to the blood will answer you, and those you refuse must return to where they come from.
Mother,
Oh, my child, how can you come here while you're still alive? Did you come from Troy after your long journey? Have you been home to see your wife?
Mother, I had to consult Tiresias. I haven't yet been home.
Oh, dear.
I've had endless troubles, endless.
Oh, my dear.
How did you die? Was it a long illness? How about father? And my wife, is she faithful? Does my son guard everything? Maybe she married the best of the Achaeans after all.
No, she still waits for you. Too long, really. She's weak with weeping day and night. Telemachus keeps your inheritance. Your father doesn't visit the city. He sleeps with the servants in the dirt by the fire. He longs for you to return. So did I, Odysseus. It wasn't sickness or an attack that killed me. It was simply longing for you. For your brilliance, your gentleness. My own Odysseus.
Mother, let me touch you. Hold you, Mother. Mother! Why do you vanish when I'm trying to hold you in my arms? Can't we even mourn each other here in Hades? Or maybe it's not you at all, but a trick of Persephone.
No, my child. This is what happens when we die. The soul leaves the body which the fire consumes. Now leave. Return to the light quickly. Quickly. Remember to tell your wife. Your wife.
No. No! Oh, look at all the others. All the famous wives and mothers. Antiope, Epicaster, Leda.
Phaedra, look, there's Ariadne. Look at that.
Please don't stop your tale, Odysseus. Tell us, did you see any of your own companions from Troy there among the dead?
The other heroes. Tell us of that.
Well, my lord, there's a time for talk and a time for sleep. But if you insist...
Yes, we do. Go on. Go on.
Well, Persephone eventually drove away the spirits of the women, and then there came the spirit of Agamemnon himself. Agamemnon? No, it can't be, but... Son of Atreus, king of men, what was your death? Was it at sea? Did Poseidon... Maybe it was in battle for some city and their women?
Oh, Odysseus, no. None of these. None. It was Aegisthus who invited me into the palace, gave me dinner, and then murdered me.
Oh, no.
It was my cursed wife, and my men killed like cattle around me. There was blood everywhere, bodies lying all over the tables. She even killed Cassandra. Oh, there's nothing deadlier than the plots of a woman to kill her husband. I'd been expecting a welcome when I reached home, but she... Oh, never tell your wife everything. But you'll never be murdered by your wife. She was young when you left her. She had a child. You'll see them both. Clytemnestra murdered me even before I saw my son again. Oh! Oh! Oh!
And I saw Achilles and Patroclus, and Tantalus standing in a lake, up to his chin in water, trying in vain to drink, with the fruit hanging within reach, yet the wind whipping it away as he tried to get at it. And Sisyphus trying to push his stone to the crest of the hill, but it rolled to the bottom over and over again. And after him the mighty Heracles, his ghost, that is, because he's married, as you know, to Hebe, and lives with the gods. He wore a frightening belt over his chest and a golden robe decorated with marvelous works of art. He spoke of his labors and then returned to Hades. And suddenly I was turned green with fear lest Persephone should send some monster, a Gorgon's head even. So finally we got back to the ship, and the current quickly carried us downriver. We had to row hard to begin with, but soon we had a following breeze, and eventually reached Circe's island again. And she was there to greet us. She hadn't expected us to survive that terrible place.
Others only die once, you know. Come and dine with me, Odysseus. So you did your duty after all. Eat and drink whatever you want. You sail at dawn tomorrow.
Ah, at last.
First, you'll reach the sirens. They enchant people with their singing. They sit in a meadow, and the beach in front of it is piled with bones and shriveled skin of men who rotted away long ago. So you must keep going whatever you do.
But how?
Put wax in your men's ears so they can't hear. That's if you want to. And have yourself tied to the mast.
Oh.
Then, after that, there are the wrecking rocks, which not even birds can escape.
Not even birds?
No, Scylla lives there too.
Scylla?
Oh, yes, she has, let me see, 12 feet and 6 very long necks, each with a frightful head, armed with 3 rows of teeth each. Opposite her, beneath a large fig tree, there's Charybdis.
Which is?
That's an enormous whirlpool. It's black and it glitters. It sucks the water down 3 times a day. So aim for Scylla's rock.
aim for it?
Well, better to lose 6 men than lose everything.
Well, why can't I escape Charybdis and then...
Don't be stupid. You think only of fighting. Come, there's a night to spend together before you have to go.
Row! 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 Easy! Friends! Circe told me we must avoid the sirens. She said they seduce men.
What's wrong with that, eh?
That's all right to me.
They lure men to their deaths by singing at them.
Oh, God, another of them. When will we get home?
Eurylochus, lash me to the mast, and when I beg you to free me, tie me tighter still, and that's an order. Even if I implore you, understand?
Well, if that's what you want, I'll do it.
Quickly! I'll need this wax for the men's ears.
Beautiful singing. Isn't it lovely?
Now, why don't we stop and listen to it?
Yes, it really is.
Hurry, man! Put it in their ears, then tie me down. And row hard! Row! All right, men, you can set me free now.
Tie him tighter. That's right.
Free me! This instant!
Tie down his hands.
No! No! Free me! Doors and children, you fools! Please! Please! I've got to listen! They know everything! Can't you hear them? It's our last chance!
All right. Take out the wax. Oh, never heard a thing, did you?
Shame about that singing. Had an effect on him, all right.
Sure did. Look at him.
Oh, friends.
If only we had. I'm worn out.
Now, forward. Come on!
Okay.
Row! 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 Now, friends, we've been through a lot together.
Say that again.
What's ahead is no worse than the Cyclops.
The Cyclops?
Oh, no.
What did he say?
Worse than the Cyclops.
Well, even then we escaped, didn't we? By my courage and my advice and my brain power? Well, we'll look back on this too one day. So everyone do exactly as I tell you. Come on, you're all good fellows. Sit up close to the rocks.
Sit up close now.
Come on, you are the
And dig deep into the broken water, and that way we'll get free of it. Remember, dig deep. Steersman.
Sir.
You must be certain to keep clear of the spray and the breakers and aim for a cliff you'll see through the mist. Otherwise, she'll get out of control without you knowing it, then we're lost.
Right, sir.
Now,
Come on now.
the armor she'll recognize in a couple of spears. I expect she'll show herself up front first.
Now, men! Ready!
Right.
Row! 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 Row!
See the cliff!
Aye, sir! Come on now! Row!
I still can't make her out. The rock face is so misty.
Get us out of here!
Oh, faster! Faster!
She got them. Oh, God's behind me. Row for your lives! Listen, men. I know you're suffering a lot, but I can hear cattle.
At last!
It's the land of Helios, and the cattle belong to Hyperion,
Hyperion? So?
the sun god.
Well, they should be fat enough.
Now, as you remember, both Tiresias and Circe warned us over and over again to avoid this island. They said terrible things wait us there, so we're going to row past it.
You're a hard one, Odysseus. You're made of iron. Suppose there's a storm tonight.
Yes.
Why don't we have supper? Stay by the ship and set out in the morning, eh?
Good idea.
Time for that.
Come on,
Yes,
Odysseus.
Come on.
Good.
Oh, since I'm alone, it seems you force my hand. But you must all swear not to kill a single ox or sheep. Instead, let's eat what Circe provided us.
We'll swear.
But more than a month passed without the storm abating. There was no setting sail in those terrible winds. We ate all the food in the ship. We began hunting fish and birds, and the men grew impatient. They were slowly starving to death and imagined roast beef in the distance. And all the time, Hyperion's fat, healthy cattle paraded the hillsides untended and forbidden. At last I could see they were ready to break their oath. And Eurylochus even tried to justify it by telling them to start by sacrificing the cattle and offering the meat to their owner. They'd rather drown, he said, than starve to death on a desert island. No sooner did the first steer die at their hands than disaster struck full force. The ship was immediately damaged. Everyone was drowned, but I had the sense to tie myself to the broken bed before I was swept out to sea and back to the terrible whirlpool of Charybdis.
What an experience.
What a man.
But how Odysseus, did you escape?
Yes.
I caught hold of the fig tree until the keel and mast were thrown back up.
Oh.
They took a long time in coming, I can tell you. Well, for 10 days I was carried along until I reached Ogygia, where... That amazing goddess Calypso lives with her beautiful hair.
Oh, Calypso.
Hey. But you know the rest.
Well. And you've reached my house at last. And now you'll be getting home, I promise you. Take up the collection. We'll present him with a tripod and a cauldron. We've clothing for you and all the other gifts. And now, everyone, a prayer to Zeus, the Father, so we can send our guest back home safely.
Yes.
Come now, pour the wine.
To Zeus the Father.
Zeus the Father.
Father Zeus, I wish you well, dear queen, until you die. As for me, I return home. You enjoy your home and your children, your people, and your Alcinous the king.
Thank you, Odysseus.
And we'll see you home safely. It's not your own ship, of course, as you know by now. The Phaeacians loaded a ship with all the gifts of King Alcinous and the keepsakes they promised him, and finally set sail with their honored guest. The sea was smooth, and a steady breeze brought them safely to Ithaca. Gently they lifted him, sleeping still, onto the shore, and arranged the gifts beside an olive tree. And as they had been told to do, they returned to their own country, leaving Odysseus still sound asleep beside the surf.
What? Where? Where am I this time? Savages may be violent. What'll they do to me? I've no men. I should have stayed with the Phaeacians. What's this? Oh, the gifts. I can't leave them here. And they told me they'd take me home to Ithaca. Well, let's count it anyway, see if it's all there. Cauldrons, gold, clothing. Nothing's gone at any rate.
Here, boy.
What's that?
Here, boy. Here, boy.
A shepherd boy. Friend! Friend, you're the first I've met. Where is this?
You must have come a long way off not to know Ithaca, stranger.
Ithaca. Ithaca? I've heard the name when I was in Crete. I've brought these goods. You see, I'm an exile, yes, and I left behind enough for my children, of course. I killed Idomeneus' son, you see. I lay in wait for him, and then I asked the Phoenicians to take me to Pylos. They must have left me here while I was asleep. Oh, the treacherous people there are in the world.
Oh, you old schemer, you. Anyone would have to be sharp to get by you. You won't give it up, even in your own land, will you? It's a part of your nature, I suppose.
Then you are...
You didn't recognize me then. Pallas Athena, the daughter of Zeus.
My lady. It's not easy, even for a bright man to recognize you. You change so much. Oh, my lady.
Come on. First, we must hide these things without delay. I'll clear this mist, and you'll recognize Ithaca, all right. There.
It is. It is. I'm actually home. After all those years.
Now we must make plans. Go to your swineherd Eumaeus. First of all, I'm going to give you an old man's skin.
Oh.
And bad eyesight, I think, yes.
Right.
Some rags, and let's see, a pack with holes in it. A dirty old tunic. There.
Get away with you! The dogs would have bitten you badly, and I'd have been ashamed.
Eumaeus?
I've enough troubles. Fattening pigs for others while I wait for my master to get back. If he's still alive, that is. Well, come on in, have some food, and tell me your troubles.
May Zeus and the other gods grant what you long for. You're very hospitable.
Come on, then, come on. Let's eat what's left after those suitors have swallowed the fat ones. There now, these suitors have heard something about our master's death, so they eat up everything in sight while I'm supposed to look after it. There are still 20 herds of cattle on the mainland, though, and 11 of goats over at this end. I've seen to that.
My friend, who's the man who bought you? He died for Agamemnon, did you say? Maybe I know him. I've been around.
You could tell me some story, but let me tell you, his corpse has long since been picked clean by birds or dogs or even fish. No, it's Odysseus I want. He took care of me.
Though you won't believe me, I know. I swear he's on his way home. He'll be here this very year sometime. You'll see.
No, old man. He'll not be back despite your promises. Oh, let him be wherever he's buried. And instead you tell me your own troubles.
I come from Crete, yes, from Crete. I'm a rich man's son. I fought before Troy, and then was shipwrecked and washed up on the Thesprotian coast, where I learned about Odysseus from Phaedon, the king there. Said he'd gone to Dodona. Even swore there was a ship ready and waiting to take him back to Ithaca. As for me, I was betrayed by the crew who were to take me to Dulichia. They dressed me in rags, as you can see.
Well, that tale doesn't convince me. Though, why should you lie to me?
I'll tell you. When we were before Troy, Odysseus and Menelaus organized an ambush.
Yes?
And